You always let your emotions get in the way. That's the problem with you, Lorelai. You don't think.
Mom, please.
He's just a man.
By top 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to day 1 of crocheting a spring blanket together on TikTok. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we've already done 2 of these blankets and we've just had so much fun and love getting suggestions from you guys, so we're gonna do it again. For anybody who's new, we're going to crochet this blanket and every row is a different stitch based on the comments that you leave for us. And we absolutely love it when you guys follow along and make your own blanket, so feel free to do that with us if you want to. This blanket is gonna be the same length as the others we've done, so it's 160 stitches, so I actually started with 161 and then did a half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. And for the half double crochet, if you've never done one before, you just yarn over your hook, then insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then you're gonna pull through all 3 loops that are on your hook. I decided to use the half double crochet because on our first blanket, we started our first row with a single crochet, so I thought we would kind of just do the next stitch up, and then also it makes a really good foundation for that first row. So please let us know in the comments what stitch and color we should add next. As you can see, we have all of these lovely spring colors to choose from.
One day after learning how to crochet. 1 week after learning how to crochet. 1 month after learning how to crochet. Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask me how much yarn I have.
I met a few snakes and I really can't go back. All day I don't sleep, take no nap. Shorty, come try spinning the block. Fuck with the memories, this on a throwback. Income multiple ways. And my bro said pick lemonade. The bad B calling me baby and calling me my man. Said I got multiple names. Murky swerving multiple lanes. I make coin on multiple days, don't chase, but I might do more for the cake. Babe, if you're on what I'm on, set pace. This yardie's telling me dance. Shit, I should've just flung my shoulder. 079 me, hand it over. Whole team bowlers, Guardiola. Chain too cold, could've caught pneumonia. Put it on when I link Cadiola. See me, I don't tolerate snakes, don't tolerate fakes, so I cut the cobra. Why they got me bookie? Kissing my phone, hey bookie. Ha ha, hey dookie. Ain't heard of your ex like Whoosy. Post my fix on the net, no movie. 2-man step on the brown in 2-piece. Slide on the body like 2C, still come off like a fade, no boosie, bitch. Income multiple ways. And my bro said pick lemonade. The bad B calling me baby and calling me my man. Said I got multiple names. The murky swerving multiple lanes. I make coin on multiple days, don't chase, but I might do.
I crocheted this for Amaya for Christmas. What did Mom get us?
A crochet needle.
Crochet needle!
Hi, are you sewing?
Y'all, I just finished my hat for Amaya. Let's see it.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Amaya's new hat. Look at
reason to buy more yarn, but it's a new year, which means I'm trying out new yarn. And I will preface this that the yarn is not necessarily new, but it is new to me. It is flat, almost like a ribbon. I'm thinking of trying a bucket hat for the first project with it. So I do think the bucket hat was the perfect project for this. The yarn is super soft and easy to work with, and I think it'll look really good when it's done. Trust the process here. I just need to try this on to see if it fits around my head. Here's how we're looking about 2 rows away from being done. Here it is, and I always like to give the front a little bit of a flip up, and that was a good way to spend a Saturday night.
So if you know me, you know I like to sketch out the things that I make before I actually make them, no matter how horrible it may look. So as you can see in the original, the bucket hat was supposed to have like a variety of squares. They were supposed to be like the colors were supposed to be interchangeable, and it was just gonna be like different, right? Yeah, no. The first time I made the hat, it was extremely too big, and so that led me to just like going back to the basics of crown pieces, of granny squares, of the border, of the ruffles. It just made me go back to the basics. So I referenced a few more YouTube videos, and I referenced another crochet book, and I must say, second time is definitely a charm.
Crocheting is more popular than ever. If you've been wanting to learn, but you have no idea where to start, then you are in the right place. I'm Rachel, the designer behind Evelyn and Peter, and I've been crocheting for almost 15 years and designing as a full-time job for almost 5. This is day 1 of my new Learn to Crochet series, and today I'm going to go over with you guys materials that you will commonly see while crocheting, as well as how to pick a yarn and a crochet hook. If you know a crocheter, then you most likely see them walking around with a project bag. This is mine, and I'm going to show you what's in it. First is my hook pouch, and it has all different brands and sizes of crochet hooks. Scissors, very important for crochet. Different sizes of needles for the dreaded weaving in of the ends, which we'll get to later. Stitch markers, these are really important, especially for beginners. My measuring tape, random scraps of yarn and old yarn labels from past projects, but we're not going to talk about that. Don't let all of that intimidate you. Really, if you want to get started today, you just need a hook and yarn. So yarn is categorized by weight, which is just the thickness of the yarn. Jumbo, which is a weight of 7. Super bulky, which is weight 6. Bulky, which is a weight of 5. Medium, which is a weight of 4. Light, which is a weight of 3. Fine, which is a weight of 2. Super fine, which is a weight of 1. And then we also have lace, which is a weight of 0, but I don't have any because I'm not crazy. Each yarn label is going to give you some information that you need about the yarn, so many ounces and grams it is, plus how many yards and meters is in this one skein of yarn. Did I mention that these are called skeins? For some people, skeins. There's also hanks of yarn, balls of yarn, cakes of yarn, a whole bunch of different kinds of yarn. It's also going to tell you what it's made out of. So this is 100% acrylic yarn. And then right here, like I said, this is going to show you the weight of the yarn. So this is a medium weight. And then it's going to give you some information on recommended hooks and needle sizes. This is just a suggested hook size. This one is suggested hook size J 6mm. However, depending on the pattern or depending on how tight you crochet, how loose you crochet, you might have to change that hook size, and I promise it's going to be okay. You do not have to use the hook size that is listed on this label. For example, I have a design that uses this type of yarn, but I use a 5.5mm crochet hook within the pattern instead of a 6. It's totally fine to just start off with the hook size that it calls for on the yarn you're going to use for this series. And then you can go from there once we get into making patterns and stuff like that. But just for the sake of learning, you can get whatever hook size is listed on the label of the yarn that you pick out. So pick a yarn, look at the back of it, figure out what hook it calls for, and then you can buy just that hook alone and that one skein of yarn. That way you're not dumping a ton of money into this before you even get started or learn how to do it. Make sure you come back for day 2 where I'm going to teach you how to chain.
Here's a day in my life as a crochet designer. First things first, I got ready for the day and I used my crochet washcloths. They are my absolute favorite. And then I got dressed and made coffee and breakfast, scrambled eggs and potatoes, my absolute favorite. And then I made my to-do list for today and I got started on computer work, did that for most of the morning, and then I went ahead and filmed a stitch tutorial for TikTok, and then I went to the gym, nice little break from the computer, and in the afternoon I went to one of my favorite local coffee shops, did a little bit more computer work, and I worked on a new crochet design. And when I came home, my new yarn from Srochet yarn came. This is from her Taylor Swift Eras Tour yarn. After that, I did some cleaning because adulting, and I finished these pairs of socks, and I finished the night by reading my book.
Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this long sleeve shirt. Start with a chain stitch. It should wrap your waist loosely and then attach it to the other, which will create a circle. Now you're going to go around that circle doing double crochets until you meet your desired length. And you can do whatever pattern you want with this. I created mine like this. I did 18 rows, and on the top I did all double crochet except for the part where I want my neckline to be. I did single crochet, and then I actually added one more row to make 18 just to make the neckline even more defined than before. So here you can see the single crochet stitching I did in the last 2 rows to kind of make that neckline. From there, I recommend trying it on and creating a chain stitch where you want your sleeve to start and attaching it to the back and trying to do it on both sides as equally as possible. You can get a friend to help you if needed, but basically it should look like this. And in the back, I did my best to make it as even as possible and from there, you're just going to work your way down doing double crochets to create the sleeves, and basically attaching them slowly to the work you had. It should look like this, and then just to make the sleeves not fall down when you wear it, I am going to do double crochet in the back area to create the backing of it. So this is what it looks like on, and as you can see in the back, I just did those double crochets to attach them. And I even added a few more rows in the front to make my neckline even smaller than before. So let me know if you try out this pattern and then duet me with the results.